Today is the 24th of August, GCSE results day, and whatever your opinion on schools, on exams are, good or bad, realistically, everyone seems to have to do them, and everyone seems to have to experience the moment where they open up the results that they got for their exams. And it's quite an emotionally tense and harsh moment, and some people feel sadness because they didn't get the results they wanted. They may not be able to go to the university or college they wanted now, and some people feel joy. All the studying that they did has paid off, and they've got like all the hard work they did in the weeks and the months upcoming to the exams. It's worked, and now they can choose to do what they want, go to the university they want, their college they want, and stuff like that. But realistically, no matter the emotions you're feeling at this point in time, it's not the end of the world. Your results, whether it's GCSEs or any kind of other exams, does not define you personally. And it's been drilled into you for a young age that schools and exams, doing well in school, getting good grades, getting a good job is the most defining thing and the most important thing anyone could ever do. And the truth is, while there is a level of importance to schools and grades and exams, there's so much more to life. Your mental health and your stress levels, and having low stress levels specifically, is 10 times more important than any kind of GCSE, A-level, university results that you'll ever get. Having good mental health and low stress is so paramount and so important, because if you're like 12 and 14, you're miles ahead of everyone who is stressing around exams, and you may just like not be stressing about exams at all, and you're like quite happy and you feel free and you feel fine and life's just going good for you and you don't feel stressed at all. I was having a chat to a friend recently, and he said that upcoming to the exams, he felt quite stressed. He was like studying so much and stuff, and I was still kind of worried about the exams. I still wanted to do well and stuff, but I wasn't stressed. I was like, the exams are going to happen one way or another. There's nothing I can do about it. And I just kind of have to go with the flow. And while I'm not going to use the fact that I'm not worried as an excuse to not study and not revise, and I don't recommend you do the same thing as well, realistically, there's no point in stressing and worrying about upcoming exams and about upcoming results, because it doesn't do anything to serve you whatsoever. There are so many other things you can do in life that doesn't require exams and good grades. You can follow your dreams and do whatever the hell you want that's feasibly possible on this planet Earth. The slip of paper that you get on your results day that you've been stressing so much about in like the upcoming or the past week or couple days or so, it doesn't define you one bit. There are so many other aspects of life that I talked about so much in this video and in so many of my other videos that are more important than exams in general. But the fact is, school teaches one of the billions and millions of different types of smarts that are actually available on our planet, and it's the smart of how to learn. How to learn is basically what you do in school. The 12 billion or so years you spend in school is basically just like a lesson on how to learn efficiently, because when you go through maths or science or English, you don't really use much of that stuff when you end up going into the real world, do you? But you learn how to learn quickly so employers can hire you based on how quickly you will be able to learn on the job and learn different tasks you need to do and stuff like that. That's kind of how school works, and while that may seem quite unfair, realistically that's probably the way that kind of employers and hiring people sort of look at CVs and grades that way. And while it may not be true, it may be something to consider that school is just kind of exists so that you can sort of learn how to learn, because as you know, the stuff you learn in school isn't exactly very useful all the time. And it's ironic because I'm actually quite good in school, and while I'm not trying to like boast and like gloat and all that stuff, I've just been naturally academically gifted for my entire life because I simply have a good memory. That's how stupid it all is. I have a good memory, and henceforth I do better in school than a lot of other people. And while there are other people who don't get as good grades as me, there may be better people entirely than who I am, it's like I'm judged based on the fact that I got better grades because I simply have a good memory and can remember things better than other people can. And that's kind of to put it into perspective how silly these kind of slips of paper and these results are. It doesn't define you. And if exams and stuff are something that you kind of put your heart and soul into, and you may have not got the results you wanted, realistically there are other areas of life that you can focus on, and you can put your like XP points or whatever into kind of mastering a different sort of skill that isn't maths, English or science. Everyone that I know in my family has been fascinated by how good grades or how my grades are so good, and it's simply because I have a good memory. But as I said, it's been drilled into everyone that good grades are so incredibly important, and because I have such good grades, now like my family prophesizes me to be like a millionaire in the future, even though having good grades and having a good job doesn't necessarily make you a millionaire in any shape or form, because you may not be financially literate, but you still may have just good grades. And like realistically, good grades don't mean so much in the real world once you kind of leave university and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, that's basically it for the video. I just kind of want to reassure you that while GCSE grades and A-level grades and university grades have their place and have their importance, realistically, there are other things that you can do in life that doesn't require a slip of paper that tells you how good or how bad you did in any one exam. So with that, I hope you found value out of this video. I also recommend subscribing, because I love this community of young tribal people who are willing to improve themselves so much more than they already have. And good luck.